Hello everyone, my name is Nidia Pozo. Today is July 25th, 2020, and we are discussing the skin appendages, and the skin diseases. We are going to talk about the largest organs in the body with the total area of 20 square feet. The skin protects us from microbes and the elements, helps to regulate body temperature, and permits the sensation of touch, heat, and cold. The skin has helpers, known as the appendages. The appendages are the sweat glands, the nails, and the pilosebaceous unit of the skin, comprised from the hair shaft, hair follicles, sebaceous glands, and erector pillar muscles. These appendages derive from downgrowth of the epidermis beginning of the fetal life. The pilosebaceous unit is found in nearly all the regions of the skin, with exception of the lips, the palmars, and the plantar surfaces, and is most dense in the scalp. Hair. The hair serves many functions, including protection, body temperature regulation, and facilitation of respiration, sensation, aesthetics, and psychosocial health. Hair protects us from the UV radiation and density of the hair. It takes the heat and retains the heat when we're cold. And it also stands with the erector pillar muscles when we're scared. And it sweats production when we're hot. Also, also the follicles is the bottom or the beginning of the hair, and the hair shaft, the portion that is the hair that is visible in the outside of the skin. And the cortex. The hair has a layer that provides a bulk of the hair shaft and is comprised of keratin. The nail unit include the nail plate, nail falls, and the lunar. The function of the nail is to protect the fingers and toenails from injury, infection, and to grasp and manipulate objects, aesthetic and cosmetic purposes when we do augmentation or also sensation. This nail is also full of keratin, and the cuticle is the protection or sealing of the finger. This color arises from the thick above layer and is basically the keratin size of the cells of the skin. Glands. The glands are sebaceous. The sebaceous glands are essential for the secretion of sebum. Sebum is the lubricant of the skin, and it protects the skin from friction, contributes to the modulation of bacteria, fungal growth, and is full of triglycerides. The sweat glands begins with the acrine. Acrine is a polygenic sympathetic stimulation and has three functions: protection by preserving the skin and composition from the microbials, thermoregulation, the production of sweat that cools the skin surface and regulates the temperature, the excretion by the excretion of water and electrolytes. Apocrine. Apocrine are adrenergic sympathetic stimulation. The main function is not really known, but is very famous for pheromone secretion or the sexual desire. The skin has three layers: the epidermis, which is the outermost layer and is the barrier that helps with the tone and protection of the skin. Then the dermis with the connective tissue and hair. The subcutaneous tissue called hypodermis is made basically of fat and connective tissue. The skin color is produced by the melanocytes, which produce the pigment melanin. Melanocytes are localized in the epidermis. Skin condition, rash. Nearly any change in the skin appears red is called rash. Most rashes are simple irritation and other ones are for medical condition. Dermatitis, general inflammation of the skin. Atopic dermatitis is eczema, the most common form. Eczema is a skin inflammation, dermatitis, that is an itchy rise and it overacts in the body due to the immune system. Psoriasis, an immune condition that can cause the skin rash and is silvery, scaly-like in the skin and in the most common forms. Dandruff, a scaly condition of the scalp caused by seborrheic dermatitis or eczema. Acne. Acne is very common in the young people and affects 85% of people at some time in life. Acne is a disorder that affects the skin and glands and hair follicles. Cellulitis. Cellulitis is the inflammation of the dermis and subcutaneous tissue. It's usually an infection, red and warm, and generally results in inflammation. Then we have the skin infections with follicles that creates pus and it creates abscess and sometimes needs to be cut and drained by a doctor. Rosacea is a red rash in the face and you'll see it in the surface of the skin. Sometimes it's confused as acne. Warts are a virus infection that causes the skin to grow excessively, creating a wart. May be treated at home with chemicals or just by being frost by a physician. Melanoma is a type of skin cancer that is caused by the melanocytes, which is in the skin, and it starts to grow out of control and reproduce, and it creates the melanoma cancer. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.